Okay, this is Andrew. I think everyone knows him already, but this is the right night tonight is about his submission from the last issue called Exodus 90 and why you should or should not do it
Pretty much.
as a spiritual practice. So take it away, Andrew.
Thanks. Yeah. I'm just going to read it verbatim and then we'll discuss and whatnot.
That's good.
Reflecting on Exodus 90, leave pride at the door. Exodus 90 is a spiritual exercise for Catholic men that focuses on prayer and asceticism over, you guessed it, 90 days. The theory being it takes 90 days to break bad habits. Requirements include 1 hour of prayer each day, intense workouts at least 3 times a week, no sweets or desserts, no snacking between meals, no sweet drinks, no movies, no TV, no unnecessary use of the internet, and short, cold showers. While this program can yield great fruit, it is not for every man and not at every time. A good comparison is training for a marathon. It will surely help you become physically fit, but it's not for everyone and not at every time. One does not simply wing it when training for a marathon. It requires significant time and energy and other commitments taking priority, such as school, work, health, or family, to name the basics. If you do not discern that this is an appropriate time, the exercise can make you angry, resentful, and weary. Not to mention if you train wrong, you can become injured. Similarly, Exodus 90 can work wonders, but if you don't approach it with enough maturity, a good attitude, and realistic expectations, it will easily make you, angry, resentful, and weary. Now, these feelings are not inherent to the program itself, but are often found in the attitude of those who take it up. Exodus 90 is meant to be done with a group of men, ideally in even numbers so that everyone can pair up with an accountability partner called an anchor. The support system this partnership creates is crucial. Exodus 90 is hard with the group and nearly impossible without it. But I often see men trying to get as many friends to join as possible, as though they're merely about to start a game of pick-up ultimate frisbee on a Sunday afternoon, instead of an intense 90-day regimen. The result is that some men go in unprepared and end up burned out or quitting. Yes, sometimes we have to get pushed into the deep zone to flourish, but that doesn't work for everyone. Furthermore, if you go into Exodus 90 excited that you're about to get holy and swole for Jesus, you'll be disappointed. Exodus 90 is not a casual fun adventure like a ropes course. It's an intense regimen meant to strip you of nearly everything that provides surface level comfort. It can also be disorienting because the few immediate fruits are not what you expect. Because growing in holiness rarely looks or feels glamorous. Undoubtedly, there are moments of beauty, enlightenment, and serenity, particularly during the daily holy hour. But growth also feels like hunger, tiredness, and insecurity. For example, I found that insecurity is actually an early fruit of genuine humility. Now, the immature understanding of humility is a disdain for one's abilities, while in reality it is simply a realistic and non-egotistical knowledge of one's abilities. As we grow in awareness of our own limits, our initial reaction practically must be insecurity, because we all have shortcomings, many of them probably. And no matter how many times we hear the gospel, we want to live up to society's mantra of self-sufficiency. I can do it. I am capable. I am worthy. We want to read Philippians 4:13 as, I can do all things, and then just cross out the through Christ who strengthens me part. But we can't, which is why remembrance of the gospel is so vital. The first step is accepting that we humans have all fallen short. Embracing our brokenness fully would bring us to our knees in sorrow. But a second is remembering that God leads us to holiness in spite of, not because of, our efforts. I did not do Exodus 90 perfectly. No one in my group did. And to focus on a perfect score would be to overlook the point. Holiness is not about being perfect. It's about embracing how much we need God. While holiness is something only God can plant and cultivate within us, humility is the fertile soil that needs to grow. And this soil needs to be continually watered and tilled. Exodus 90 is not a one-and-done cure that will completely eradicate sin and bad habits. Just as my physical fitness can degrade after completing the marathon, so too can my spiritual state if I don't maintain it. For myself, Exodus 90 tempered bad habits and acted as a launching point for an entirely new phase in my spiritual life. But I still fall prey to sin. And while my prayer life is leagues better than before Exodus 90, it's still nowhere near where I want it to be. but hopefully in time I'll grow into the next phase. As the saying goes, saints are not people who never sin, they're sinners who keep on trying.